Danielle, why are you a good fit for Q4 sports? I feel that I'm a good fit for your company um, because of three main things. The first is that I have seen the athletic industry from many different angles. Not only was I a student athlete in high school as well as college, being a member of the women's crew team at Oregon State University, but I also completed over 500 hours of coaching while I was at Oregon State. And I coached youth basketball. And so I got to see a lot more of the administrative side of athletics and the side that deals a lot more with the parent interaction. And because of this, I feel like I understand the passion and the emotion that goes into creating marketing materials around athletics. And so I, I think I could really understand the kinds of messages you're trying to achieve with with your products as well as being a college athlete. I understand the amount of money and financial interest there is in producing good athletic marketing material. The second reason that I'm really interested in your company and I feel I would be a good fit is that um, there's a huge aspect of what you do that is not centered around sports, um, and is in fact centered around storytelling and using the creative aspects that go into creating a product in the most beneficial way possible. Whether that's what kind of captions to use, what kind of words would evoke the desired emotion, or what kind of music would do the same. So I feel that my my background in creative writing has given me the tools to accurately assess those situations. And then finally, um, I feel as though I understand what it takes to provide quality customer service to your clients. And I know the customer service that Q4 provides is a little bit different because it's more of a communication base, just keeping clients up to date on where you are in the process of completing their project. And so I think from my previous experience, both as a player and athlete and some of my professional experience, I have a good grasp on what it takes to be successful in the sports marketing industry. Tell us, Danielle. Danielle, what strengths set you aside from other applicants? Um, I know that you've requested um, people with a marketing background, a sports marketing background, and I come with a slightly more diverse background. I've had a lot of experience working in the professional world with both education, being a teacher, and in the real estate industry. So I feel that having done customer service with two of the most difficult really services you can offer someone, the care of their child and then the purchasing of their home, um, really gives me an insight on what it takes to provide a satisfactory customer service experience. And I know a big part of the position that you're hiring for will be um, the product manager, excuse me, project manager aspect of things. And I know that will require a lot of communication and problem solving, um, pretty much by the individual that gets hired with working with the clients. And I feel that I've developed some really strong problem solving abilities through working in these high stress, high expectation situations, both, like I said, in education and real estate. Danielle, we have a lot of applicants from OSU with your degree. Can you explain how your education is unique and better suited to this opening? Yeah, I'd be glad to. Um, while I was earning my English degree, I was also pursuing my education degree. And while doing that, I accumulated over 180 hours working in the classroom, both as a classroom aide, an observer, and actually as a student teacher. And in addition, as I mentioned before, I acquired almost 500 hours of coaching time. And so, what this did was give me a unique playing field, if you will, to test out some of the things I was learning in my English class. For example, writing professional documents, the official code of honor, code of ethics that I had my parents all sign while I was coaching basketball. A lot of the communication techniques that we were being taught. I had a petri dish, if you will, to kind of test them out, see how they worked, and discover what kinds of things I needed to do to alter them to make them successful things for me to utilize in my professional career. So I feel as though I had a unique opportunity to test things out as I learned them and learn them in a way that was the most beneficial to me, not just what was taught from the textbooks and lectures. Great. Thanks, Danielle. Given this position, what do you feel are your most substantial weaknesses as a candidate, and how do you plan to overcome these weaknesses? Well, coming from a slightly different background educationally, I feel that it could be a weakness that I'm not familiar with the editing software and the production software that you use to finalize each of the videos and movies. So if I were to be hired, immediately I would make a huge effort to understand the process that you use and the programs that you use, so I can have a better idea of what goes into the production of the videos, so that I understand while I'm communicating with the customer what needs to happen on our end of things for them to receive their product. On the other hand, I don't view it completely as a weakness, because I know, being a teacher, having had experience in the classroom, that it can often be more difficult to unlearn previous habits or ways of doing things than it can be to learn a new way of doing things. So I have no other production software that I'm used to using, nothing that I am partial to or biased for or against. So I'm a clean slate, and I can definitely learn the production software, the process, and everything that goes along with quarter four's way of doing things, and without having to kind of battle previous statements left by other production experiences. Great. So Danielle, tell us, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I would definitely like to still be living here in Oregon. I've traveled during my undergraduate studies, and I've enjoyed it, but I would like to be based here out of Oregon. And a part of being here in Oregon is I would like to have built up some kind of rapport within the company that I'm working for. For example, if I were to be hired for quarter 4, I would definitely see myself having earned a position within the company that would allow me to kind of think of ways that quarter 4 sports could expand beyond doing solely video marketing for athletics. I think that with the foundation quarter 4 sports has built, there's a huge opportunity to expand into the real estate market. Having had some experience there, I can see many, many different ways that brokers around not only Oregon but the country um, would benefit from having access to the services that quarter 4 offers. And I think that it's an interesting an interesting expansion that in 5 years would be a great place for quarter 4 to be expanding, like I said, outside of the realm of athletics and into something something different with a little bit different opportunities within it. Cut. Okay. Great, Danielle. Well, what questions do you have for us? I think I've had most of my questions answered. You've been so thorough in explaining things. I really appreciate that. The one thing that I am wondering is, do you anticipate this position kind of leading to the development of any additional positions as your company continues to grow, or is this position kind of fixed in its kind of dual existence between two different things? Is there additionally, is there any opportunity for this position to grow into one that incorporates being a part of the creative process for the production of these videos?